Welcome to We're Not Really Here. I'm joined by Paul Dickov and Shaun Wright-Phillips to dissect that Manchester City win to Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Manchester City getting the 1-0 win. Bit nervy at the end and lots of chances created, but we hold on to get all 3 points. Paul, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I thought it was a dominant performance. I never felt as if we were ever under any pressure, and sort of recently with City, when it's 1-0 and we're creating all these chances, I start getting a little bit nervous. How many times have we seen teams never been in the game and coming back and equalising against us? But I think with the defence we had out today and that partnership between Diaz and Laporte, I felt so comfortable today. Ederson's not really had a save to make. The one he did was offside. And after the efforts of midweek, travelling, coming back, and, just really pleased and really comfortable with the result. Fantastic 1-0.
There's lots of positives to take away from today, isn't there, Shaun? Obviously the 3 points, but the performances from all the players as well.
Yeah, like Dickie said, coming off the back of the game on Wednesday, a lot of them worked hard. There was obviously a few changes, but I think the team that was out there today worked just as hard, and you could see we was in control of the game, bar 5 or 10 minutes where they might have had a few half chances again. But other than that, it didn't seem like there was much to worry for City.
Now, there was a period of time where Manchester City, as you said, were just dominant, Paul, and the chances were being created, the possession, we just seemed to have it all. And it felt like from the off that Manchester City were here to make a statement and show just how good they are and the talent they possess. And they do that every single week. But today, it felt like they were full of confidence. Yeah,
I think you're bang on. Maybe Shaun's point before the game about the fitness coming back, winning games, feeling more confident. We were really on the front foot from the very start today, really kept the ball very, very well and created lots of chances. Maybe not so much in the second half, but I just felt there was a confidence of playing within yourself. And I'll go back to it. I think that centre-half pairing is going to be absolutely massive for us because we didn't concede any chances at all, whereas in other games previously, teams have been getting one chance and it's been one goal against us and we're thinking, oh, here we go again.
Shaun, it must fill the entire squad with confidence when you have got a centre-back pairing and the one that you're actually really confident in. They don't let any chances go. They both seem to be just really up for it every single game. One's a leader, one's great with the ball at his feet. It feels like they've both got everything we need.
Definitely, but I think you can also see it in the way the team plays. They don't force as many issues and they don't feel like every time there is a counter-attack on, they don't feel like they have to go for it every time, whereas you could say in previous years or even earlier on towards the end of last season, you would see them go every time the space open, whereas now they can keep the ball because they seem to have a belief that if it's 1-0, they can win 1-0, and they're fine with doing that.
Now, one person who knows Bramall Lane really well, Kyle Walker, is a 100th Premier League appearance for Manchester City. He got on the score sheet. He's playing against his former club, his boyhood club, and we've got an interview with him now post-match to see his thoughts on what he made of the game.
Kyle, it's your 100th Manchester City game and you score against a club where you started. You wrote the script for today, didn't you?
I said it was football at the start. I'm happy to get on the score sheet and obviously get the 3 points, which I said was the main thing when we came up here today.
And it was important to break through that well-drilled Sheffield United defence just to get that advantage.
Yeah, they've done it for a number of seasons now. They're well drilled, everyone knows their position and it's a tough team to come and break down. But luckily I came up with the goal through the bodies and got the 3 points.
And no celebration, of course, being a former ball boy and being an academy product of this club.
Yeah, my mum and dad live here, so if I celebrated they probably got a lot of stick. So, and I'm a Sheffield United fan, so I couldn't.
And that was your first away goal in the Premier League, and it happens in a place that used to be your home. There's an irony there.
Yeah, when I played for Aston Villa, my first game for Aston Villa was here, and I scored with my left peg, which was a rare goal as well. So I seem to like this ground. Hopefully, we'll never know in the future.
And Pep's liking your form as well. He's saying you're in the best form since the two of you have been together.
No, I'm enjoying my football. I think we've played a little bit of a different position this year and I think it suits me and the team better. And I'm just, happy to be a part of the team.
A few nervy moments because you want that second goal for the security.
Yeah, I think it's the football that we play. We don't sit back and defend a 1-0 lead. We always want to go and score 3 and 4, which for us defenders is a nightmare sometimes, I can assure you that. But it's great to get these 1-0 victories and a clean sheet on the board as well.
And you've got a defensive pairing next to you, centre-halves, Ruben Diaz and Aymeric Laporte. They look like they're gelling well together.
No, they've done fantastic, especially Ruben since he's come in. He's played a lot of games and, I think he's shown what a quality signing he is. But I think whoever steps in there, if it's John, Nathan, Eric, Ruben or Aimir, they're all going to put in top performances.
It was a little bit of a hangover at the start of the season with the Champions League campaign running into the next season pretty much, and have you picked it up now and you feel you're back on stride?
I think there was always going to be. I think for every team they're probably not feeling as sharp as they want to be, but it's part and parcel of the game. It's just what we're dealing with at this moment in time. So we just got to get on with it, and hopefully when we get out on the field it puts a smile on our face.
You've done that. Thanks, Carl.
Cheers, thank you.
Let's break down that goal then that Kyle Walker scored in the 28th minute. Paul, it seemed like a team goal, picking up the ball at the edge of the 18-yard box, Manchester City's 18-yard box, and then carrying it through. And we've talked about this press, we've talked about how dominant they are when they do get the ball and when they want to win it back. And this was just a fine example of the speed and strength they have.
Yeah, it was a counter-attack at its best, winning the ball on the edge of the box, and Raheem shows what he's all about, strength, pace, vision, knocks the ball back to Kevin De Bruyne, who gets probably one of his easiest assists, who's squaring it to Kyle and 22 yards out. Fantastic strike, as we've seen him doing here at the Etihad quite a lot, straight into the bottom corner. Great goal.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times, and he talks about it as well post-match about the goals that he scored at Bramall Lane, and he seems to like that stadium. But it feels like with that goal, Shaun, it was a collection of things. When you've got players that all know each other, they work together week in, week out, they know where every single person's going to be on the pitch, it seems to just gel together perfectly.
We all keep saying, I think it comes off the back of that wonderful performance at Marseille. I feel like that it was kind of like a wake up to them all to know that we're getting fitter, we're getting sharper, and nothing has really changed from the seasons before. And the fitter they get and the sharper they get, and I just think we're just going to see the team we always want to see and the team we've seen.
And that build-up play, it was a beautiful finish at the end of it as well, Paul. The ball bouncing beautifully just in front of Kyle, and he struck it absolutely perfectly. That's one of those, as a striker, you just want it to bounce perfectly. The timing's there, you hit it hard, and it drives into the net.
Yeah, it was great connection. It was like an arrow. And Kyle, as soon as he's hit that, he knows it's going in. Now, don't get me wrong, we have seen him a few times hitting it high and wide. But look, fantastic strike. It's through the bodies. The keeper possibly could have done well, but the power in the shot was way too much for him.
Now, Ali Man, he said he's the most adventurous fullback in the league. I mean, Shaun, he's allowed to be when he's got the ability to get back after moving forward as well.
And I think especially this year, that is the great thing about Kyle. As much as he gets forward, he gets back and does his job defendedly, and he does it really well. And like everyone's saying, he's in the best form, I think, of his life and has been for a long while. And the fact that he's enjoying it only says there's more to come.
Is there something to say about Pep as well and the way he's been working with these players, Paul? Because we have seen world-class players. We've seen Raheem Sterling, we've seen Kyle Walker, those that have done it at the massive, the big stage. They've done it internationally as well. But with Pep, it seems to be gelling, and it seems like these two are really working well together.
They are, and it all comes down to coaching. I think if a majority of the players that Pep inherited, or whether he signed them or not, they've all improved. And you've got to include Kyle within that. He was already a top fullback playing for England when he was at Spurs, but he's took his game to a different level now. And you can even include the likes of Aguero, De Bruyne, even David Silva. I know he's gone now. They were always world-class top players, but they've took their game to a different level now, and that's got to be down to the confidence that the manager gives them and the coaching that they're getting as well.
And speaking of the manager, Pep Guardiola is here sharing his thoughts post-match.
Congratulations, 3 points. What did you make of the performance today?
We played really well. We struggled to score goals for the chances we create. With 16 shoots and 8 on target, so it's a lot in against this team. And after, when you continue to do it, and they start to put long balls to Bruyne and second balls, and they play incredible well in the sides, the patience that they have, and after the crosses. But they had one clear chance and no more than that. And incredible satisfied was so important. It's our third game in 7 days, all of them away. We travel in the Champions League, so it's so demanding, and people respond incredible well. And we got one game left, so we are there. We are in better positions now, and 2 games before international break, and after move on.
And the goal came from Kyle Walker, and you said this week that he's in the best form since you two have been together. We saw more evidence of that today?
Not for the goal. Of course, for the goal helped us a lot, but not just for the goal, for the fact that especially for the fact that his concentration, he understands every day much better what they want to do, what they have to do, the spaces where they are. Defensively, his physicality is no words to explain it. And he played almost all the minutes, and I know maybe he's not incredible, so happy for the fact that he scored against one team he loves a lot. He's a Sheffield United supporter. I remember we're in Championship and winning a playoff in the last and always supporting the locker room. Come on Sheffield, come on Sheffield. So he loves this club. But for us it was so important, the goal he scored.
And alongside him, it looks like a fine central defensive pairing building with Ruben Dias and Laporte.
Yeah, both play really well as well. So he's a guys who give us a consistency. We struggled a lot last years not have a true central defenders to give us. We had to rotate. Maybe it was a lot, or maybe I don't know. But of course, it was these last games. But we will need everyone because this amount of games, it's impossible to play both every game.
Bit of transfer gossip. Normally it's players, but it's a manager at the moment. You've got two candidates for the Barcelona job talking about wanting Pep Guardiola. Is this something we treat seriously?
I said many times, my period as a manager in Barcelona is over. So I think in the life there is once in a lifetime you have to do the things, and there are incredible people who can be in charge. Now, for example, Ronald Koeman is external manager, and so it's over. So I will come back to my seats to see my club to watch the game. It's done. So I am here. I'm incredible happy here. Still, I have the desire to do it well, and this is the most important thing. And now it will be elections in Barcelona. Hopefully, they can choose the right persons, the right board to maintain this incredible club Barcelona it is in the highest level.
Many thanks. Well
Thank you.
Pep Guardiola there reflecting on that game against Sheffield United today. Manchester City winning 1-0 and putting a lot of Manchester City fans' minds at rest with his comments at the end there. Paul, all that ultimately matters is we got the 3 points. The performance was there, well-deserved 3 points as well, dominant throughout, and I feel like they can keep their heads up, keep that confidence going into Champions League midweek.
Absolutely, and the confidence that'll give the Man City fans again. But stupid question, great answer.
Yes, that's what my career is based on, basically. And Shaun, final thoughts from today?
It was a great team performance. Bramall Lane's not a hard, easy place to go, and we've gone there and kept a clean sheet and come away with the 3 points. So all positive over here.
It is indeed right. All attention for the men's team turns to Champions League midweek, but we will be back tomorrow. Yes, we've got a We're Not Really Here special, the Women's FA Cup final. Manchester City taking on Everton in that game. We will be back from 1:30. Myself and Natalie Pavlet will be bringing you all the action ahead of that game. So we'll see you tomorrow.